It's your boy Moolah. And we back with another one. All right, guys. Let's see what Uncle Shay got to say about these Clippers, man. All right, I'm ready to hear it. Let's go, Skip. I want to hear what you got to say too.
How we doing? More importantly, how's Skip doing?
Hell no.
I need that same week, Monday and Tuesday. I need that.
What that energy?
Clippers. I need that energy.
Well,
We'll get to
You looking kind of sick, Skip.
and those Lakers in just a moment.
What about the Clippers?
What about them Clippers?
First, I must take my medicine.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Skip, you're throwing me off.
We
without
both back
that.
in it. Give me my pal.
I'm not going to touch.
I'm not
Oh my gosh! I'm not used
No
to it.
touch.
We need to do this for you.
My
Skip.
feelings
This is how
hurt.
we started the show.
Damn
Okay,
Clippers.
all right. We will get to the Lakers, I promise. And apparently,
that's
lucky
two of us.
LeBron. Just a second. We have to start with that other team in LA. The Mavericks took a 2-0 series lead on the Clippers after a 127 to 121
Boom, that
victory
man.
at
Boom,
Staples.
that man.
Dallas had another great shooting
Take some
night
of that
in which
to
they
your
shot
mama.
18 of 34
You can
from
get some
three-point
too,
range,
Kawhi.
and Baby Bird himself,
He laughing at us,
Doncic,
man.
led the way with a team high 39 points. But
Pat, what you
despite
doing?
41 points
Nothing.
for Kawhi and 28 for Paul George, the
Oh,
Clippers
what?
just
The whole
couldn't make
Clippers
stops
team
when
can
it
get it.
mattered down the stretch. LA
That was
has
4
now
out of
lost
5 right there.
straight playoff games dating back to their collapse in the Orlando bubble last year. And
Lost
Shannon,
the last
what is the
5
biggest
playoff
reason
games.
the
Come on,
Clippers
Clippers, what are y'all
lost
doing?
here?
Yeah, Shannon. What's
Skip,
the biggest reason?
I'm not going to overcomplicate this, Skip. They can't do anything with Luka.
You can't.
Luka's played 8 playoff games in his career, and they've all been against the Clippers. He's averaging 32, 10,
Tyler,
and
what you gonna
he
do,
can get
man?
whatever he wants against whomever he wants.
You said
And
you
he's
wanted
so good
this.
at passing the basketball, so when they bring
Ain't
the
looking
double
good.
team, he already knows where the double team's going to come, and he's passing the ball to
Boom.
wide open guys, Skip. They hit, what did they hit last night? They made 15 of the 18 threes were classified as open shots. 10 were classified as wide open, which the nearest defender was not at least 6 feet within the guy attempting the shot. 5 of them
Wide
was
open.
open, which was at 4 to 6 feet. So let that sink in for just a second.
Just leave 'em
15 of their
open.
made threes were classified as open to wide open. Skip, they can't do anything with Luka. They've done everything they possibly could. And like everybody was telling me, they had dogs on the defensive end. Paul George was an elite two-way player. So was Kawhi and Serge Ibaka and Pat Bell. And this is what Luka was against Kawhi and Paul George last night.
What
he
was
was 7 of 13.
7 to 13.
And all I know is this.
That's more than
Now,
50%.
you told me, the Lakers, you remember they was hunting Luka out. Kyle Kuzma said, whoever Luka was, we wanted Luka. In the fourth quarter, Luka went hunting. Wherever Pat Bell was, he found it. He had a track on it. So Pat Bell was over there in the corner. He says, whoever's guarding Pat Bell is guarding, come see me at the top of the key. He got to the rim whenever he wanted to. The step back was falling. And even Paul George, he said, he can't do anything with me. He can't. And they can't. That's it, Skip. I mean,
Can't
look,
do
we
nothing
going
with me,
on
man.
just to say,
Back
but
it up.
what they
Go back to
done
the drawing board.
The Mavericks, Skip,
Go tell
they
Ty
turned them
Lue
into the 2017
he messed
Warriors.
up.
Because the threes are just raining threes. Now, I'm
Raining
not saying
threes.
the Mavs are a great three-point shooting team. But when you got decent guys and you're going to leave them wide open,
Wide
more
open.
times than not, they're going to make those
Y'all supposed to
threes.
be
Tim Hardaway
what,
Jr.
top
is
5
making them
defense or
every
something,
time.
man? What's
if
this?
they go help off of him, he's fighting. Luka's fighting him. So, Skip, it's as simple as that. They cannot until they can contain
39
Luka Doncic.
points.
And they can't. Unless, remember last year, Skip, he was kind of banged up a little bit.
Then,
And
yeah,
somebody
39,
accidentally
7 and 7.
stepped on his ankle. And it limited him. But he's healthy now. And he's cooking everybody.
Cooking.
Why? Paul George, Pat Bell. But that's the reason why they're in this position. You can't let a team shoot 59% from the floor, 53% from 3. The only reason this game was close, why, Skip? They missed 11 threes. 11 free throws. They don't. If they make 8, it's a blowout.
Man.
So, before I get to what I'm about to say, I'm going to address what you just said about quote-unquote Baby Bird, as
Baby
in
Bird.
Baby Larry Bird, as in Larry Bird Jr.,
Yeah.
as in the player I call Baby Sparrow, because he remains dramatically overrated.
How?
You just raved about him. This is the second straight game. We're 2 games into the series, and twice you have raved about Luka in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
In the first game against my Clippers, Luka Doncic, Baby Bird, scored all of 1 point. You see this
First
count?
game.
1 point in the fourth quarter. Last night, Shannon Sharp says he was hunting last night in the fourth quarter.
What do you have, 4?
He was just hunting. He
4
scored
points.
a grand total in the fourth quarter last night, unless my eyes are deceiving me, of 4 points in the fourth
So
quarter.
we got 5 points
He
in
killed my
2
Clippers.
4
His
quarters.
4 points in the fourth quarter.
39 killed you.
Killed her. No, yeah. He missed both of his 3-point shots in the fourth quarter. He just ran us right off the floor, hunted us down, and shot us out of our own gymnasium in the fourth quarter. Way to go, Shannon. I love your analysis. Now, back to what really
You still
happened.
had, what,
Let's go
34
big
points
picture
before the
first, shall
fourth
we?
quarter?
The Los Angeles Clippers have been victims of a brutally, viciously unfair media myth driven by you
Ooh.
and Chris Broussard on this show. And Chris will join us just in a few minutes here on this show.
So you're going to blame
I
on
can't
Skip?
wait for that. You have driven the media myth that the Clippers, quote-unquote, tanked to get to the Dallas Mavericks, which is the biggest bunch of phony baloney in the history of Undisputed and sports media, because all they did was rest their starters down the stretch so that they could be completely, utterly healthy, because they have 2 fragile superstars in Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who are 100% physically healthy. I don't know about the mental side. I'll get to that in a moment. We'll get to pandemic P in just a moment. But the point is,
Physically healthy,
that all of a sudden,
but
the
not
Dallas
mentally.
Mavericks were from, they wanted us, they got us in their own gymnasium. We're going to shoot them right between the eyes. And they came out and did the Dallas Mavericks with fire in their eyes in games 1 and 2. In my career, I have never seen anything like what I just beheld, because I'm going to remind everybody. Last night, well, let's do game 1 first. They made 17 threes in game 1. 17 threes?
17.
Are you kidding me? That was 47% shooting. Last night they made 18 of 34 threes.
53%.
That's 53%. Guess what they shot for the whole year from the three-point line?
What did you?
They ranked
35.
18th in the league. And again, for the whole year,
38.
they're a 35% three-point shooting
35%.
team.
I was right.
Only once in 72 games did they shoot above what they shot last night. They had one 55% shooting night against the Pelicans in Dallas. So was this an aberration? This was off the charts, unexpected for the team that ranked 18th in free throw shooting to completely outshoot the team that ranked first in free throw shooting at Staples, the home court of the Los Angeles Clippers. What are you talking? Wait a second. They're ranked 18th and they make 53% of their threes. They're from the free throw line. They rank 15th and they're horrible from the free throw line because they're a horrible free throw shooting team. They make 13 and 24 free throws, so you're making every 3-point shot you throw up into the rafters somehow, and you can't make a free throw.
Nope.
Regular season in field goal percentage. And last
Clippers
night,
gotta be lucky they didn't make
shot,
them free throws.
Look at this. They shot 59%. It's ridiculous. I can't stop it. And now back to my Clippers. If you told me going into this game that my Clippers, who led the whole league in 3-point shooting, would make 39.4% of their threes, that's 13 to 33, which is pretty great,
pretty good,
right?
yeah.
If you told me they would make 18 to 20 free throws because they led the NBA in free throw
You
shooting,
would think they won.
that's 90% they made. They were 84% for the season. If you told me that they were going to shoot 54% from the field, I'd say thank you very much. It's 1-1 going to Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, the Mavericks came out unconscious, playing possessed. Everything they threw up into the rafters swished. They didn't just rattle them in, they swished everything.
A lot of the shots they were shooting, they were open. I don't know. The problem is it's not your offense. Right now, currently, you can't stop anybody.
Tell me how open
defense.
this one was. I'd like to see the first one here.
What you
Let me
wanna see?
find my
You wanna
notes
see
here.
Baby Bird?
No, I want to see Porzingis. This is 7:09 left in the second quarter.
Porzingis.
Porzingis comes down and says, "Oh, I got this," and switched, bangs it home. That's almost a logo 3. I'm saying, wait a second. Like he just stepped right off the logo and made that. This guy's what, 7-1, 7-3,
7-3.
What are you doing?
Pulling up.
Calabasas.
Yes, that was from Calabasas, and
Crazy.
my little Maltese Hazel watches at my
Take
feet
that
every
to
night,
your
and I looked
mama.
at Hazel. I said, we are in big trouble. Because when he does that, we are cooked.
Yeah.
So then I got another quick sequence for you. This is at the end of the half when I thought, listen, Kawhi Leonard was special last night, especially the first half. All he did was score 30. Can you ask more than scoring 30 in the first half from Kawhi Leonard?
Not give me 12 in the second.
Oh, really? Well, that's I bet that work. Would I take it 41 from Kawhi? Yeah, I'd take 41.
But you can't let the superstar go get 39 because he canceled you out.
Okay. So
Right.
Kawhi is
2-point
just
difference.
firing. Whatever Dallas would do, he would top it. And he comes down late in the first half with 34 seconds left and just rips another three. If we can see that. He's just out of his mind. He said, just give me the damn ball and get out of my way. And guess what happens? They come right back down on the other end. Luka gets doubled, as you said, and there's Hardaway. Is he open? Yeah, he's pretty open. And he rips another one
double.
and cancels out. That was Clippers up 3, and all of a sudden the game is tied. So just when I thought, we're going to pull away at the end of the half, no, here we go again. And it leads to a third quarter in which they tripled Kawhi Leonard throughout the third quarter. I still thought he should have just demanded the ball and said, just get out of my way like he did in the first half. But they won the third quarter 30-11, and it was just hard to overcome that. And in the midst of that, if we could see what Paul George did, with 7:43 left in the third quarter, this is where Paul George has a good game statistically, but this is pandemic B. This is to tie the game. Is that open?
How you miss?
Is that an open dunk?
Well, if you remember last year, the game 7, he missed a couple of layups.
Okay. That's not a layup. That's a dunk.
Right.
You just got to dunk it.
Oh, George, what was that,
man?
man?
On the ball for a second, but you just got to go up and just go strong and dunk the ball. That took
Finger
the life out of
slip,
the
what was
Clippers.
ball wet?
Quickly fell over the next
Hand
3
sweaty,
minutes
palm
down
sweaty.
by 11. So that's the first pandemic P sighting.
Well, they all happen. It's your boy Moolah. So we got that fire. We'll be back with another.